older diesel trucks actually more efficient than brand new ones?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Well, this is why we do real world testing at TFL Truck.
That's cool.
We have our OBS Ford 1997 Power Stroke 7.3 liter truck, and we're gonna run it on Denver 100 loop.
Cool, and it's fixed. It's got a clutch again.
Yes, it's fixed, and we're gonna compare it to a brand new Power Stroke from 2023.
Really?
Yes.
Cool.
Hey, look, it's Sinclair Station.
We love Sinclair.
Yes. Do you like the dinosaur?
I do, and usually when you drive across country, these guys usually have the best prices, which is really cool.
Heck yeah. Well, let's fill up and top off.
Let's do it.
This truck has something that not many brand new trucks have, and it's got dual tanks. They're both on the same side, and in order to eliminate some variables, I only want to use one tank.
That's probably the 14-gallon one up front.
Yeah, so instead of switching between tanks and topping off both and juggling, how about we just use one tank?
This is a 97. Now, did just for fun, did the Chevy have tanks on both sides in 97?
Well, they did in the 80s.
I know,
I'm not quite sure.
I had to put big tanks in my farm on each side.
And as always, TFL runs on Sinclair fuels. Like we talked about, we have DynoCare additives, we have DynoPay app. You could find the best pricing and the closest stations right there. And you could save money. Check them out using the link in the description below.
I'm going to get that app. I have not got it yet.
Oh, come on. What are you waiting for?
Oh, I don't know. Apps are complicated for me. I'm a country boy. Us rednecks, we don't know what an app is. Push some buttons. Press. Boy, I've got a big old hole in there.
So we're gonna use the same method, 30-second top off, like we always do.
Right.
And here's what we're comparing against. A couple months ago, Casey and I drove from Detroit to Denver in the brand new F-350 dually. Do you have a watch? 30 seconds.
I do.
And we got, well, let's show the video now. Here's what Casey and I got on a longer high-speed highway run. This right here is the all-new 2023 Ford Super Duty. It's an F-350 dually with a 500 horsepower turbo diesel under the hood. And Case, who's behind the camera, and I are doing a long-haul MPG. We're going from Michigan all the way to Denver, Colorado, about 1,000 miles. And we're gonna tell you and show you exactly what it's like to road trip this brand new heavy-duty truck and what efficiency it gets. First of all, this truck is broken in. It has about 4,400 miles on the odometer. So the result we will get on this run should be pretty indicative of what you might see in your new Power Stroke Ford. There's a Sinclair station. We did kind of a long haul already. So first we went about 900 miles since full DEF tank level. So we used 20% of DEF tank in about 900 miles. And then here is the final damage. 685 miles driven, 18.1 the truck says. And our average speed was pretty high, closer to 70 miles an hour or so. This is really good. Now let's fill up. It drinks a lot. All right, so we went 685.1 miles, divide by 38,854 equals 17.6. So the truck was saying 18.1. That's a real world result on a long haul drive right there.
Okay. Rock and roll. Whoa, I didn't take
All right, she's full.
She's so happy to be full. Wow, look at that. Look at that. It's not even one of those ones you just stick your nozzle in there and it opens up. I remember these. You gotta twist them. Boom. Want to have a running board. What is this stirrup? Am I getting on a horse? Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Oh, where's my handle? Where's my, oh my
Nothing,
gosh.
nothing.
Oh my gosh. At least it has the kind of seats I like. Oh.
Giddy up.
Okay.
17.6 MPG is what we got in that big dually.
Really?
Even though it's aluminum truck, the new trucks have so many options and so many safety equipment and bigger frames.
Right, right.
And computers and all this stuff that they are heavier. And of course they have emission systems, right?
Yeah, and that blows my mind. Ford's mostly all aluminum on the sheet metal.
Yeah.
So you would think you'd be light. Of course, the frames, now they're boxed in, so there's probably more metal there.
Yeah.
And see, we're in a super cab too, not a crew cab. So you
Right.
have the extra door. So this is probably one of the lightest ones, other than the fact that the diesel weighs
Yeah, diesel is pretty heavy.
400 pounds or whatever they are.
Yeah. And we're probably, I think we're almost full on fuel in both tanks, even though we're using one tank.
Yeah, yeah. So you got all
So
that.
what's your bet? Do you think we will be above 17.6 or a little bit below?
Let me put it this way. Hell no, you're not going to get there.
You don't think so?
No. See, my theory, you know, I know everybody says, well, if you could take all the emissions off there, get better fuel mileage. That's true on newer trucks.
Yes.
But, you know, here, these things were not built for fuel mileage. That's why it has a 410 rear. And it only has 5 gears or 4 gears and an automatic.
Yeah, this is a 5-speed.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, this has a slight lift. This is not crazy.
Right.
But there's not like a big chin in the front. Right? New trucks have big chins.
I know, they do. And they actually do aerodynamics on it. This I never saw an aerodynamic tunnel. But, you know, it's interesting. But so I think my theory is if this was a new truck and you pulled the emission scrap off, it would get better fuel mileage than it is normally.
Okay.
This one, there's very little emission stuff on it to pull off. But I think, you know, this is kind of what it is what it is. It's geared down for traders.
All right.
This is a truck that works. It's not a truck that goes and gets groceries.
All right. Well, this is why we're doing this video, because
Yeah.
I want to settle this argument
So okay.
once and for all. That's it.
I'm betting that it's going to get less.
All right. Well, let's get on the tollway and keep going.
Cool.
This truck is legendary because of this engine.
I know it, that's 7.3. Everybody wants one of those. You know, International made it, but yeah, when this is a little bit modified, it's got a programmer in it, it's got a different turbo, well, it's got a turbo, and it's got an intercooler.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a little bit modified.
Yes, but we do have a stock setting.
Well, that's good.
Which we will be using because we want to compare as apples to apples as we can. 225 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque is the stock rating, and it's matched up to a ZF or ZF.
Oh yeah, 5-speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like you
Manuals.
said, the master cylinder is new.
We're going to find out about that because also that manual transmission in the old days gave you a little bit of an edge too on fuel mileage.
Yeah, but there is a bad news.
Bad news?
Let me show you.
Zuka exhaust pipe. Look at the size of that exhaust pipe.
You can put a cantaloupe in there.
I think you could. You could blow them across the...
But here's, like we said, here's one of the reasons why people think that old trucks are super great at efficiency. First of all, they're lighter weight overall.
Are they?
They don't have any emission control systems like diesel particulate filters,
Yes.
regenerative modes,
Right.
or DEF systems.
These are lighter than the new
Absolutely.
aluminum?
Yeah, this is like a Honda Civic compared to a new truck.
Holy cow. Well, this has still got a C-channel frame. I love those C-channel
Yep.
frames. That's why semis have them. But yeah.
But here's the bad news.
Oh, no. You tell me.
I think this is bad news.
It's not bad news.
This truck is equipped with a 4:10-to-1 rear axle ratio, which is quite good for towing, but it's not an efficiency rear axle.
You didn't buy this to win an MPG war. This 410 is what you need to tow traders. You want a 410. Back then, that's the only axle I would get in a heavy duty or a super duty or any of that.
Okay.
That's it, man. Why 410's wonderful. Full floating axle, made for traders. This is not made to go get groceries in.
But now you have options. When you buy a brand new Super Duty, you can get a 355, you can get a 373, 410, even 430 sometimes.
You know why?
Why?
Because they got 10 speeds. So they can regulate first and second, can be low as hell. They don't need that 410 anymore. So life goes on, man.
So we're going at about 70, so the speed limit here is 75.
Holy cow, why are we going 75?
Well, we are. I mean,
we are?
we're going about 73 right now because I'm trying to keep as even speed as possible.
Go wide open throttle, man. This thing will do it. You know, this is just such a cool truck. Don't you just feel manly, macho driving?
Yes. Yes.
Burly truck like this.
Especially accelerating fast, rolling your own gears.
Yeah.
Bam,
yeah.
bam.
We're setting up high. We got a vent. We can smoke cigars. The rain will go outside the truck. Rain gutters. Oh yeah.
And
Good looking truck.
also, it's not as loud in here as you might expect.
No, actually, I think it's very well. I mean, you hear the diesel.
Yeah.
And no road noise. You know, and it's comfortable, and actually for being the kind of sprungs that this has, the springs, this ride's pretty good.
Yeah.
You would think those Leafs were much worse than that. Is this coils on the front? Do you remember?
No, these are.
That's right. The weird bend leaf. That's right.
Yeah, it's the weird reverse leaf.
Yeah. So with that kind of a front end, be kind of like the older Jeeps. You think it'd bounce more. You know?
No, but it's actually not bad.
No, not at all.
And running empty too.
Yeah, it's just kind of roaming down the road.
This is the tuner here, and I'm putting it on level 2. Take a look at this. Level 2 is factory stock.
Boy, that's a teeny tiny little tuner box.
It is a teeny tiny box, but also I want to, make this truck as stock as possible.
Sure, that makes sense if you're going to really what kind of fuel mileage it's supposed to get.
Yeah, Mr. Truck, I like this because on this VIN plate here in the door, Ford puts axle code.
Yes.
So you can always kind of see what the axle the truck was born with.
Exactly. Now, what letter is in front of the axle code?
C.
That's a limited slip.
Yes, C5. And C5, I looked this up, it's a 410.
Yes, it is. There's also a little tag on the differential, one of the bolts. Now, is this tag riveted on? Now that stupid
No,
glued on
it's
crap?
a sticker.
Oh man, they do not the traders now. I have trader 10 years old. There's no sticker left.
Mm.
What is wrong? What's wrong with these manufacturers?
Mr. Truck, we're reaching the end of our loop.
The end, my friend. We're reaching the end.
So normally the entire loop, the giant loop around Denver, is about 111 miles.
Right.
That's why we call it the Denver 100.
Is that right? Okay.
But you and I are busy people. So we shortened the loop just by a few miles.
Just a few miles.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I'll show you the GPS data soon. But overall, it's pretty easy drive.
Well, it was. This is actually, when it idles, and those injectors are pow, pow,
Ba, 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 ba.
You hear that, but other than that, this is an easy ride. You can drive all over this.
Yeah, so it's surprising how almost 27-year-old truck
Yeah.
still feels modern in many ways.
Right. We're kind of going back to it's not future, back to the past.
Well, I think we went 88 miles, so we're going back to the future.
Yeah, this is the old days. This is, good gosh, 97. What was I doing? I was probably farming. No, I was selling trucks.
Really?
In 97 from Air Ford. I was selling all kinds of trucks.
You probably sold this truck.
I could have. I sold a lot of leases back then, a lot of crew cabs. I mean, it was good. It was good.
So we don't have a trip meter as far as MPG, like a miles per gallon.
Right.
But we do have a trip meter on the truck. It's a little bit off. It's less than GPS miles.
And we only have to beat 17? Is that all we got to beat?
17.6. Oh, I mean, but I've also tested Duramaxes, right?
Okay.
And Duramaxes, I have data between 18 and almost 20.
Really?
So we have to be in the high teens, really,
Yeah,
in order to be really good.
Well, Duramaxes probably weren't dualies, though, were they?
Nope.
See, the dually, you should get some extra credit for being a crew cab long bed dually.
With extra drag on the tires.
Yes,
right?
I mean, you could have got better if that would have been a single rear wheel.
Mr. Truck, I use this app altimeter.
Okay.
It's a slightly older version of it. And here's the final damage. We went 87.2 miles.
Okay.
In about an hour and a half. We were just sitting here for a couple minutes. So about an hour and a half to go 87 miles. So our average speed was pretty good, actually. And then here's...
What was our average speed?
It's close to 60 miles per hour.
Okay.
Whoa, look at this. Hold on. So we went... Normally we would do like the entire loop.
Right.
But we did kind of half and back. So slightly less distance. But still, I think, a really good highway loop. here we go. So 87.2 miles.
Okay.
And overall, if you combine both tanks, that's what, 33 gallons approximately, right?
Well, it's a 19 and a 14, yeah.
So,
yeah.
so we'll see what range we can get, you know, based on our calculations.
Well, yeah, that's nice. It's nice having two tanks. When one runs out, you turn the other one on. It's kind of like a motorcycle. You got a reserve. Oh, I hear it gurgling.
Oh, it's gurgling? All right, Mr. Truck.
Okay.
30 seconds.
Okay. Okay.
Are we almost there?
Yeah.
That's it.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
All right, so the final damage is 4.895.
Yep.
4.895. 87.2 divide by
4.895.
895 equals, whoa, Mr. Truck!
What? What?
It's 17.8.
Holy crap, holy! Oh, that shocks me.
It's almost identical.
That shocks me that it's going to do what that dually did, that brand new 2023.
Yes.
It's incredible.
So wait, so if we had 33 gallons times almost 18, you could go a long ways on one load.
Yeah, 33. You know, a lot of the new ones are 36, maybe a little more, but no, there's nothing wrong with 33-gallon tanks.
How do I look?
One. You look sideways, sort of.
Sorry.
I look better. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's too cool. I mean, I'm amazed. I would have bet on 14. Now I would bet on 17.
So
Wow.
it's like a modern dually on the highway, but it's a little bit worse than like a Duramax would be, because I saw between like 18.5 and 19.5 in a Duramax.
Yeah, in a single rear wheel.
But those have 10 speeds. We only have 5.
I know.
Yes.
This thing kicks ass.
So we found this out. We found out the true efficiency of an older truck, which is actually not bad.
No, that was wonderful. Back then, when what was diesel probably cost you 90 cents or whatever it was.
Or 50 cents.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
Wow, okay.
Oh my gosh, this is good. This is a good test. I'm glad you did this.
All right, so thanks for joining us. Check out oldtfl.com and
Store.mrdrag.com.
yes.